So Eurozone countries are not the only ones affected by high borrowing costs. Russia has also seen yields hit records. The country's federal grid may now try to borrow billions of rubles of debt before those costs climb even higher. Now, yields on its 10-year bonds jumped to their highest since they were issued in July, as you can see there. Now, that prompted the grid to sell 10 billion rubles of debt maturing in 2014. Now, Russia's high-voltage power transmission monopoly needs the cash to overhaul its aging infrastructure. So, of course, this will be absolutely key, this cash-raising exercise. And the company says that it may borrow as much as 327 billion rubles by 2014 to invest in renovations and new equipment. I'm pleased to say the chairman of Russia's federal grid, Ernesto Fерленgi, is with me now. So then let me start by asking you about how much are you concerned about borrowing costs on 10-year bonds jumping to their highest since they were issued in July? There's a sense of uncertainty in the markets right now, of course, and it seems to be spreading far and wide.
Yeah, let me say that this is one process going on, part of our main overall strategy that we are implementing right now. Let me say we are confident that we have a strong implementation of investment program. More than, for this year, we are planning to invest more than $6 billion in our system. We mean federal grid means new equipment, new line. Let me remember that we are the biggest company in terms of extension, 120,000 kilometers, which means 3 times around the Earth. It's a unique system. And we have in 2010 an approved budget for 5 years, more than $31 billion investment program approved already.
But are you concerned that it will be difficult to raise money in the markets and get more investment in a climate that is somewhat difficult right now?
Let me say we have a brilliant results in the first 6 months of 2011, really brilliant one. I'm confident. We are concentrating on a very core specific business, which is operate our system, the greater federal grid, efficiently, safely. It is our main task.
And you are in this drive now to really overhaul and update and modernize aging infrastructure. How much is this impacting the overall market in Russia right now? How urgent is it to really get this infrastructure absolutely modernized so that it's functioning neatly and efficiently?
Let me say we are spending and investing more than 65% of our overall investment program for the new equipment and new line. 35 is the renovated, the old one. We have quite big amount of old equipment we have to renovate. We have to respond to the needs of increase of industrial growth of the country and the social growth in different parts of the country.
So you're seeing greater demand, is what you're saying, as we see the country flourish economically?
I'm exactly saying what we are seeing. We are seeing what the growth impact of our opportunity for us. More than 4% of growth of GDP in the country. We are responding to that logic.
And I'm just wondering about the need for better infrastructure in perhaps not just the larger cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, but perhaps areas that are much more remote. Is that a problem? Is that a challenge for your company right now?
Yeah, we are touching exactly what we are challenging now. We are covering more than half of the country. We are talking about huge amount of territory in the Russian Federation. We have to connect all the Far East. We have to do it with the best technology and the best new renovated equipment, and we do it in the process of modernization of the system.
And how much are you, I suppose there is an issue for time here, because as foreign investors, you know, you see there are oil and gas companies and there are exploration projects that need to take place. So is that almost a mad rush for you to get the right infrastructure and the right equipment in place so that these companies that are coming into Russia can function?
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you want to see at the potential investor, you want to see how we operate the system. Of course, we have a benchmark with European international company. We have to, in the best way to do, we have to optimize the investment.
And Mr. Ferlengi, a quick question on the upcoming presidential election in Russia. What do you make of the rhetoric that we've been hearing from Prime Minister Vladimir Putin and President Dmitry Medvedev?
Listen, I give you one thing that happened last Monday in Moscow. The Prime Minister, Mr. Putin, in the Foreign Investor Council had a meeting with more than 30 CEOs of different companies. The climate in Russia has been dramatically changing positively. Many opportunities for investors, many opportunities for our partners. So I look forward to see many international partners working with us in the country.
A very positive view. Thank you very much indeed. Ernesto Fерlengi, Chairman of Russia's Federal Grid. We'll leave it there. So coming up in the second hour of the Pulse of